Did Keir Starmer just sell out Britain's fishing industry for £6 billion? That's the question echoing across the country tonight. A deal, hidden in political language and quiet promises, could hand the European Union control over a resource that generations of British fishermen have fought, bled, and sacrificed to defend. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. What's the point of Brexit if Britain's treasures, our waters, our fish, our sovereignty, are quietly surrendered behind closed doors? And by the way, did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it. Life gets busy, and it's easy to forget. But subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep bringing you the stories that the mainstream won't touch. So, go ahead, hit that subscribe button now. It only takes a second, but it makes all the difference. Now, let's expose what's really happening with Keir Starmer, Nigel Farage, and the future of Britain's fishing industry. The fishing industry isn't just about economics. It's about culture. It's about identity. For centuries, the coasts of Cornwall, Scotland, and the North Sea have been home to families whose lives depend on the sea. To them, fish aren't just products. They are survival. And during the Brexit campaign, fishing was held up as the symbol of sovereignty. Take back control wasn't just about borders or laws, it was about the right for British fishermen to decide what happens in their own waters. Yet today, reports suggest that Sir Keir Starmer's government is preparing a deal that could hand up to £6 billion worth of fish back to the European Union. Imagine that, billions of pounds of British wealth, given away to Brussels, just as the country thought it had finally escaped. And this is where Nigel Farage explodes. The man who spent decades fighting against the EU sees this as nothing less than betrayal. Farage calls it a surrender, a sellout, a complete reversal of what Brexit was supposed to mean. And whether you love him or hate him, one thing is clear, his anger resonates with millions. Because when people hear that £6 billion of British fish could be shipped straight into EU nets, they feel cheated. They feel that once again, the ordinary fishermen, the coastal towns, the communities that believed in Brexit, are being betrayed by political elites in London. Now let's talk about the numbers. Britain's fishing industry may look small compared to banking or tech, but don't be fooled. It supports over 180,000 jobs, directly and indirectly. It fuels entire towns. £6 billion isn't just a statistic. It's boats. It's families. It's coastal economies already struggling with rising fuel costs, inflation, and global competition. And let's not forget, fish stocks are a finite resource. If Britain surrenders its quotas, the EU doesn't just take the fish, it takes the power, the leverage, the lifeblood of coastal communities. So why is Starmer doing this? Supporters say it's about resetting relations with Europe. They argue that Brexit left wounds that need healing, that Britain must compromise to rebuild trust. But critics call it something else, appeasement. They say Starmer is willing to sacrifice fishermen for diplomatic convenience. To keep Brussels happy, he's ready to trade away the very symbol of British independence. And the timing? With economic pressures mounting and protests rising, many see this as a calculated move to buy calm in Europe at the cost of fury at home. Here's where it gets even more explosive. Nigel Farage thrives on moments like this. Every betrayal, every broken promise, it's oxygen for him and for Reform UK. And make no mistake, he's framing this as the fight of his life. Because if Starmer really does push through a deal that gifts billions in fish to the EU, Farage can stand on every dock, in every fishing town, and say, "I warned you. They lied to you. And I'm here to fight back." This isn't just about fish. It's about the next election. It's about trust. It's about who speaks for the ordinary Briton and who sells them out. So what happens now? Will Starmer press ahead with this deal, gambling that the anger will fade? Or will the roar from fishermen, from Farage, and from ordinary Britons force him to backtrack? The stakes couldn't be higher. Because this isn't just about an industry, it's about whether Brexit itself meant anything at all. Was it a genuine reclaiming of sovereignty? Or was it just another slogan, another promise, another illusion? £6 billion worth of British fish handed back to the EU. A Prime Minister accused of betrayal. A populist leader ready to ignite a movement. And a nation once again asking, who really runs Britain? This story is far from over. But one thing is certain, the people of Britain are watching. The fishermen are watching. And history will not forget who sold out Britain's waters. If you believe this story needs to be heard, share this video. Let's make sure the truth echoes louder than the spin. And if you haven't already, subscribe now to Echo Britain. Together, we will hold power to account. Because this isn't just politics. This is about Britain's soul.